Hey guys, today we're going to have a look at how to match suppliers' invoices. So this is for invoices for suppliers that are not self-billed, and at the end of each month they may present you with an invoice for the work they have done for you. First of all, we'll have a look at the screen that you would use for importing this information. This is in Finance and Supplier Match Invoices. If you've not used this screen before, it may be worth doing an alteration to the column headers. If I just bring up the information for a random driver, we can see if we scroll along that there are two columns up here for paid date and paid information. To make it easier for next time, it may be worth pulling these down nearer the front and clicking Save here. That way, when you come into this screen, those columns will be easily accessible. So let's say, for instance, now that one of our suppliers has given us an invoice for work that they have done for us. I have an example here from Martin Sheen Distribution referencing 3 jobs that they have done for us. What we would do in this instance is go into our Finance and Supplier Match Invoices and select invoices for that particular driver, and you can see here there is quite a few. One way you can filter this is you can select to hide already matched invoices. That way any invoices that have already been matched and exported will not be shown in here. If we have another look at the invoice, we can see that here's referenced job 662, 657 and 632. Looking on here, we can see here 662, 657 and 632. So all we need to do now is match the information on his invoice with the information on ours. So the invoice number is 100. So we can enter that here on those 3 jobs. The next column over is the invoice item. This refers to whereabouts on his invoice the item is. So job 662 is the first item, 657 is the second item, and 632 is the third item. So we can put that in here respectively. This is not a necessity, but it may help when you're trying to have a look at previous invoices that you have imported so that you can know which reference it is for. The invoice date is taken from his invoice. In this case, it's the 18th of the 5th. You can use Journease shorthand for this by simply putting 18.5, clicking out the box, and it will fill in the rest of the date according to that. What we need to do before we do the paid date and paid information is we need to check our actual cost against our estimated cost. Estimated cost is what Journease has recorded as the costs for those jobs. Actual cost is what he has charged you for on the invoice. It may be that these do not match. It is up to you to chase your supplier to check why he's charging you more or less for these jobs. In this instance, we can see that he is charging us the same amount as we have as estimated, so we can put those amounts in against the job. And then once we have done that, we can enter the paid date. Again, you can use Journease shortcut, and if it is today's date that you're paying him, a simple dot in the field and then click out of the box will put today's date in. Paid information is any information you want to put against this particular job, so it may be paid in full. And once we've done that, we can click on Save, and it will save those costs. As you can see, because I've got hide already matched invoices, as soon as we've saved those costs, they've now disappeared from this screen. Note that as well as the method I've just shown you, where you can enter each item on the invoice separately, we also have the Quick Entry tab. For this one, we simply select our supplier. We can enter the details on here, so invoice 100, item starts at number 1, and the invoice date direct from his invoice. Once we have this information in here, all we need to do is select by double clicking on the particular lines. So line 1 was this one, line 2 was this one, line 3 was this one. As you can see, it's automatically matched the actual costs, although if these are different on his invoice, you will need to make the adjustment there manually. It's automatically put in the invoice number and the invoice date, and it's put in the item numbers as we go along. And then from there, we can again continue to put in the date we have paid and the reason for payment. And once we've finished, click Save. Thanks for watching.